Good evening, welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing well wherever you're watching me from on this Sunday. This is a comedy show for your own entertainment. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. So today, I want to talk about what is the worth of a teacher. So currently now, as I speak, our president is addressing the major issues in the education sector. It's called the university new funding model. May call it the mosaic funding model, where you don't know what is what. You used to, when you were in primary school, you used to do art and design, art and craft. It was called, then you do mosaic, where you mix. It's a mix. You take a whiteboard and you put different colors on it. It's called mosaic. So that is the mosaic funding. And then also there are password education system, the CBC, competency-based curriculum, but it's just a password education system. That in one of my videos said that this is destroying our education, the lives of our children and future generations. For the young Gen Zs, what I have here is it's called it was called a floppy disk. In the early 2000s, before the flash disk, which you use now, all those externals came up, people used to tape their information on this. I used to tape for my master's project. It was hard work. Now the problem with this floppy disk, when it got a virus, all the information will disappear, and really hurt many people. Imagine you have taped your masters, you are on this one. You know, not everyone was affording to own a laptop or a computer, so they would tape on this one, and then they would disappear. It was hard work. So that's what I'm saying. What is the worth of a teacher? You see, here in Kenya, even the teachers, it's called the NAT, Kenya National Union of Teachers, was about to go for a strike, but they have pulled out the last minute. It's about always just pay salaries, which is endless. I've had this thing when I finished high school. That was the year in 1997. Nearly 27 years, teachers are still crying for salaries. That's why I'm talking about the worth of a teacher. It's like this floppy disk. Our memories, once it gets a virus, we forget, and then we buy a new one. Same stories. So what is the worth of a teacher? So me, I believe for our Kenyan society to go ahead, you have to know, first of all, dissect what is the worth of a teacher. So teachers from kindergartens, nursery, they teach the young children how to read and write, even how to speak. They teach them potty training, how to go to the toilet and all that, manners. Because these days most parents are into survival. It's not like the traditional society where extended family, where there used to be aunts, grandmothers. Like me, when I grew up, when my mom was not at home, our aunts would take care of us, uncles. All that has been broken down. It's a nuclear family, father, mother, children. The parents are always working hard to ensure these children survive, isn't it? So what's the worth of a teacher? You cannot be paying a kindergarten school teacher nursery $100. To make it worse, they employ anyone who is ready to babysit, to play group. This is just nonsense. First of all, the education system needs overhaul. I dare say anyone who's supposed to teach children at kindergarten, nursery should have at least a degree starting off, and then also a master's, even a PhD in children's psychology, so that to bring up strong children who can take Africa to the next world. So what's the worth of a teacher? You don't pay a teacher $100 and expect he or she to give quality. They just do it to survive. The minimum salary for a teacher, the starting point should be $1,000 before anything, because those are the people who are supposed to take the society ahead. That's why society is rotten. It has corrupt people, because we are paying our teachers, police force, doctors, people who matter society. They're the engines of society. We pay them peanuts. So what's the worth of a teacher? We start from $1,000 basic for any teacher in kindergarten, and as we go up the ladder into high schools and into universities, the salaries should increase. Now someone may argue, Kenya is in debt, Kenya is all those is nonsense. You cannot have a few people who just sit in a big building earning all the money for doing nothing. All these so-called funds should be consolidated, put in one big, big fund, ensure education is free from nursery to university, ensure teachers are paid well. They have said $1,000 minimum. That's 100,000 Kenya shillings. And maybe university, they can even be hired $3,000, 300,000 per month. So what is the worth of a teacher? This teacher is shaping the new generation. That's one. They're also imparting values and ethics into society. And then as they move ahead, these young people, as they move ahead, these young people going to graduate into secondary school, they're teenagers. We have teachers who teach them good morals, how to take care of society, how to do the right thing, university specialization, professors, lecturers. So you cannot have a situation whereby a teacher is the people are looked down. That's why young men are entering into it's called wash, drug trafficking, into bad things to make money. Because when I was growing up, the teacher was the person who was the role model. The teachers should be paid well so that society says, okay, knowledge pays. So everyone will start now thinking of focusing on knowledge people, not these fools that you have around who doing bad things and then they get elected into office and they continue the bad manners. So young people think, okay, if you want to be rich, you have to become a criminal and then go for elective office. That's how politics is the most violent because criminals are entering there. Then when they enter there, they start stealing everything. Then you start crying, oh, corruption, Kenya is not doing well. While the people of knowledge, people like us, who should be thinking for the country, are not taken care of. So once you take care of the teacher, take care of the doctor, take care of the police officer on the street, take care of the civil servant, corruption goes down. So you have a society that works for the people. You have a society that cares for the vulnerable. Those are the old people, the children, the disabled. That's how these countries in Europe, like Sweden, I like using Sweden. That's how you have a society whereby you can drop your mobile phone in the street and someone will pick it up and hand it to the police to go and get it. Here in Kenya, there's nothing there to be gone because people they want to survive. Most Kenyans by nature are not thieves because from the time they grow up, Christian values are put in you. Oh, if you steal, it's a sin. But now when you're a 21-year-old man or woman, you want to survive. If you don't do bad things, how will you survive? The government is not creating jobs. The government is still thinking, is just thinking as if we are 1960s. Kenya, the world now has moved on. It's knowledge that pays. Ensure anyone who gives knowledge is paid well so that they add more knowledge. I want to see in the next 10 years, we have a Kenyan Elon Musk, we have a Kenyan Zuckerberg. People create things that can create money for the country, and later on, they create employment and also inspire the people to come up with products for the world. So knowledge creates products. These products create jobs and inspire new entrepreneurs and new inventors. That's what I'm talking about. So what's the value of a teacher? The value of a teacher, first of all, is to be paid well. Minimum $1,000. It can even be more. But let's start from my economist point of view. Start paying teachers from $1,000, 100,000 shillings going up. Now, as that happens, they will be inspired to do good job, and then they'll also bring up a generation who will create more wealth for Kenya, more resources. And also the money will move around. The country, people will start having money in their pockets. We just see our skyrocketing of good things in the country. Innovation, people getting time to spend money with their families in entertainment, sports, people supporting new industries, entrepreneurs. You understand? But if you continue the way we are, where the teacher cannot even survive, then you have made it a wrong turn. That's why I'm saying, what's the worth of a teacher? Pay them well, ensure they have medical insurance, ensure they live in good houses, they even drive cars. Would it be nice if When a student goes to school, in a public school, he sees the teacher coming there with a small car. Then say, oh, this is my teacher. This is Mrs. Mary. This is Mr. John. You understand? Look at those. The teacher, the students feel proud by not seeing your teacher the evening. He or she's on a border, struggling in matatus with you. No, that should change. That's what I'm saying. What's the worth of a teacher? The day Kenya start valuing teachers as important people who need to be taken care of, the society will change and it will grow. So this is the Professor Maima show. I want to pray for you who's watching me that all your dreams become reality. Number two, that you have a long life. Number three, that become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, all your generations become rich and prosperous. And as I pray for myself, I get $1 billion, yes, 100 billion Kenya shillings, to build one of the biggest technological universities here in Africa, worldwide, produce a product for the market, employ the young Gen Zs, and also, more importantly, to train future entrepreneurs, people who can invent things, and to earn me a lot of money, and also earn money for the Kenyan government. That's my prayer, amen. And lastly, if you want to support our channel, the mobile M-Pesa is down there, +254 769 729 327. I repeat again, mobile M-Pesa, +254 769 729 327. And as I always say, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.